Good morning. Spencer and I are enjoying some quiet time in the garden. It's a little muggy today, and Millie was not feeling coming out, but Spence said he would enjoy some time out in the garden. We're only going to be out here for a short while today because the bulk of our science project is going to be done in the kitchen. And we're going to use those cut flowers from our lesson a couple days ago for this project as well. So, but I figured it would be nice to read in the garden, especially since I think Todd is on a phone call. All right, so we've got The Reason for a Flower by Ruth Heller. The Reason for a Flower, written and illustrated by Ruth Heller. And look, that looks like a peach seed. Wonder what that's all about. Birds and bees and these and these sip nectar from flowers. And as they search for more and more, pollen from the flower before goes to the next one that they explore. Some pollen travels in the breeze without the help of birds and bees, and very often makes you sneeze. Shoo! From an anther on a stamen to a stigma on a style, pollen grains must travel and then stay a little while, and then you'll see the reason for each flower, even weeds. The reason for a flower is to manufacture seeds. Seeds that have a cover of one kind or another. Some grow inside a juicy fruit, and it's not odd to find some growing in a pod. The largest one's a coconut. Seeds travel far and wide. Some even like to hitch a ride upon a bike or on a shoe. Squirrels hide them each fall and forget they do. Some have burrs that stick to furs and travel at a gallop. Seeds can settle anywhere that they find water, sun, and air, and then grow roots and stems and leaves. Some seeds grow up to be trees. These grow where it's very dry. And these grow where it's wet. These may look like flowers, but they're most important yet. Rice, barley, corn, and wheat are cereals that we eat. Millet and bamboo are a treat for animals who don't like meat. They are herbivorous. Would you believe some plants eat meat? And they are called carnivorous. Yeah, these plants, right? Look at that. It's going to eat that fly. The largest flower ever found grows in the jungle near the ground, a parasite clinging tight to roots of trees that feed it. It's 3 feet wide, or maybe 4, weighs 15 pounds and sometimes more, and has a nasty odor. Rafflesia is its name. They say it smells like rotting meat. But here's a flower that owes its fame to smelling very sweet. And scientists agree that magnolias seem to be from a prehistoric family. So they think these were the first flowers to come from nature. All flowers are angiosperm. That's an ancient Grecian term. Here are just a few products made from them for you. So these are all the things that come from plants. We've got paper, wood, straw, sugar, so to make candy, coffee, tea, cotton, popcorn, chocolate comes from plants, pasta, perfume, bread, cork, rope, even the rubber for your balloon, and medicines. All of this comes from plants. Plants are very, very important. Plants that have no flowers are fascinating too. But that's a story for another day. And look, here's this flower. This one has become a plum. So we're gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you how to take these flowers that we cut from the garden and save them by drying them out. So the next time we're gonna go inside to the kitchen and we'll clip in there. So to do this activity, you're going to need some flowers. If you don't have a flower garden, you can use flowers from the grocery store, right? But look, they're already starting to get a little wilty. So if we want to save them for other things, for crafts, or if you want to put them in a scrapbook to save them, one of the best ways to do it is to press them. And to press flowers to keep them for forever, you need some muslin, which is just basically like white cloth, some absorbent paper. The thing I read said don't use paper towels, but I guess you could. And 2 heavy tiles, ceramic tiles, and a scissor to cut and dissect your flowers, and some rubber bands to hold it all together. Now, if you want to do it quickly, which is what we're going to do today, we're going to use a microwave. But if you are very patient, instead of a microwave, you're going to use 2 books. So I'm going to clip in, and we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so when we press flowers, we want to use 2 methods to take the water out of them. We want to dry them up. So we want to use pressure, which is the idea that you're going to smush the water out. And we're going to use time and heat to dry the flower out. So so that we have pressure, we need heavy things. So I've got these 2 ceramic tiles that can go in the microwave. Now, if you don't have ceramic tiles, you could do the same thing I'm doing, but you're going to put 1 heavy book on the bottom and 1 heavy book on the top. And pressure is that act of pushing together and squeezing. So now we're going to put some stuff in to take the water out of the flowers. So we want to absorb the water out of all of these flowers. So I'm going to pick things that will absorb and suck up the water. So I have a piece of cloth called muslin and a piece of paper. Some places say to try paper towels and some places say don't try paper towels. This is science. We'll try it and we'll see what works. So what we're going to do is I've got my daisy here and I want to cut it super close, and then I'm going to put it on my page, and you see how nice and flat that's laying. So I'm going to choose some flat flowers to press first. So I'm going to snip off my little purple geranium. And I'm going to snip off a little button of my feverfew. That's in the daisy family. Going to take some of these blue hydrangea flowers. And put them in there. And let's see, we'll take a little snippet of this astilbe. So I've got my flowers, and now we're going to use heat and pressure to make them flat, and we'll see how they change when they come out of the microwave. Now, like I said, if you want to do this for weeks and weeks, you can just close up the paper, close up the fabric, and put this little packet in between two heavy books. And then every couple days you change the paper so it doesn't get moldy. But we're gonna do ours in the microwave. So I'm gonna make like a sandwich. So you see I've got my flowers in the middle, and I've got my two heavy tiles on top. And then the instructions say to rubber band it so that everything stays tight in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to put it in the microwave, and we're going to zap it for 30 seconds. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. Okay, so this is our last one. We've done one of each of what we had, well, we did more than one of each, of what we had in the bouquet. And if you remember, I had two bouquets and I used most of the flowers in one. So now we've got one bouquet left just to enjoy. And this is our last tile, our last group of dried and pressed flowers. Now what I'll tell you is, this is definitely something that needs to be supervised if you use the microwave. The tiles do get very hot, so you need a grown-up to do this with you. If you want to do it by yourself or with an older sibling, instead of putting it between these two things, you're going to get two heavy books. But you're going to need patience because You're gonna have to change the paper every couple of days and make sure you don't wiggle the petals and the leaves too much. So the microwave is a good strategy to use if you need it done quickly and if you have a grown-up to help you. The book method will be a good strategy if you want to do it by yourself or with an older sibling, and if you have patience, because the book way can take a week or more. So if you want it done quick, use this method in the microwave, but it works pretty well. So I'm going to save these dried flowers, and we're going to use these to make a different botanical craft the next time we get together. Okay? Have fun, be good, listen to your parents. I love you.
Be sure to come back tomorrow. See you then. Bye.